After my second kid, I had postpartum depression. My hope for life waned. Growing up in a single-parent home shaped me. I became selfish after having my child. It became doubtful if I could make him happy. I worried I couldn't protect him in this cruel world. My taste for food faded, and I lost interest in it. Stopping hunger made me worry about my health. I became depressed. This sadness left me despairing. It was my dream to conquer this mood and create a good household for my kids. Something weird happened 6 months after giving delivery. I noticed black people. My enemies intended to hurt me. The shadows looked to be malevolent energy that could change faces and terrorize me at night. My fear kept me up for several nights. These shadows bothered me without knowing where they originated from. They left me puzzled and helpless. After losing all my vitality, I was weak and exhausted. After putting my son to bed, I rested on my bed one afternoon. I sank into a deep sleep in my fog. Some invisible force dragged me down, and I started sliding. When I fell into a dark cave, panic overcame me. I felt lost in unfathomable darkness. The cave was gloomy and made me feel trapped. My mind was enslaved by terror like a magic claw. Maybe I'd imprisoned myself here, I wondered. I was helpless and confused. I wanted to make it back to reality, but I didn't know how. Everything blurred in the dark cave, and I lost my way. A few dark shadows approached me with an ominous vibe. Closer, their outlines became obvious. The twisted humans had red eyes and black bodies. I asked for help as I overcome my fear. They began to lose power as I confidently stared at them. Internal power became apparent. Bright, warm shadows. When the black shadows faded, a dazzling light emerged, like a hand raising me out of that gloomy dungeon. My house roof floated me. A bunch surrounded my body. They worried about my body, which intrigued me. I felt calm and content. My past few weeks of anguish and worry were lifted, and I felt free. I was ready to depart. It was clear that I was about to embark on a new adventure. Ascending, I left my house. In the sky above the city, everyone was doing their own thing. I rose, shrinking people and structures. I stopped in the clouds after floating. No matter why, I did it for fun. In the clouds, I felt peaceful and light. Very gentle clouds. To become part of the cloud, I shrank. Like the cloud, I became one with it. Moving upward, I saw the Earth's outline. My view of the Earth's enormous oceans and large land masses was stunning from this height. This stunning scene captivated me. I saw the whole connection between all living things and plants in the life cycle. All relationships are God. For a long time, I was confused and doubtful about everything. My worries lost importance here. No matter how small, every person, creature, and plant is irreplaceable. It was clear how interdependent and crucial they were. A huge, warm energy appeared in front of me. Appeared Angel. He was bright and loving. It was amazing and joyful to see the angel. My adventure began with him. Our travel was rapid. The scene struck me. There were limitless stars. This sight made me feel insignificant. I felt energized and bright on this journey. I also saw heaven's ladder. An ancient man took his time climbing heaven. Like he had found his home, his face was peaceful and joyful. Many joyful and eager people lined up at the gate of heaven. Their family was on both sides of the road. The gates of heaven were filled with tall, gorgeous angels. The messengers of God greet souls in heaven. Angels escorted me inside a room. This room's energy was unusual. Strange symbols and patterns floated on the ceiling, and the walls were warm. I thought this was a reception area. A kind voice suddenly appeared. "I greet you, child." I had never seen God, but I knew it was his voice. No one else could give me that feeling. God said, "I love you, my child, and everything will be well. I'll always love you." His words were full of boundless love and forgiveness, and I felt protected. This soft feather of God's unconditional love and acceptance gave me strength and confidence. Many questions plagued me. My life was full of pain, so I asked God why. God told me my pain was caused by the world's complexity, not his punishment. His words inspired me to trust in adversity's redemption and turning point. He promised me continuous love and power. So God showed me scenes. I saw visions of my past pain. As a child, I observed my father abusing me and felt helpless. I then witnessed school bullying, which depressed me. I questioned my worth and life purpose after these memories. God advised me to focus on my surroundings. In these difficult times, an angel was with me. My guardian angel, God told me, has never abandoned me. God's love overcame my anguish. He promised to see me again in my true home. My pain would be healed, and I would be comforted then. My conversation with God was lengthy. God gave me hope and faith in my future. I saw my future and realized it wasn't horrible. I imagined a happy, meaningful existence spent with my loved ones in peaceful, friendly families. I felt hopeful that God would help me overcome my life's hardships and lead me to a better future after seeing these sights. He showed me that He set me up and that all will go well if I preserve my faith and courage. His words inspired me to keep going in search of goodness. Angels took me from paradise after I said goodbye to God. As we descended, I felt the air and earth's gravity. Back in my body, I felt warm, and my consciousness rejoined with it. Being back in a familiar and fresh place was great. Feeling my body and hearing my surroundings. Birds chirping sent me deep into life's beauty. My familiar bedroom surrounding me as I woke up in bed. Walls with my favorite photos made me feel connected to them. Window light warmed me. Deep breath. That was a real and fantastic journey, not just a dream. I said yes to God's existence. Angels and God guided and loved me, and that amazing experience and insight. My experience has deepened my understanding of God's love and given me courage and hope. I still felt God's love when I went home. I was joyful and at rest, knowing God was silently supporting me. I gained faith from this experience too. People feel God's presence via their hearts, not their eyes. The Creator of everything loves us unconditionally as His children.